Hi guys, this is the second episode of the year of BBCC. Thank you for being with us, and we are going to talk about our beloved grinder. What
Sculptor.
grinder is our beloved grinder?
Sculptor.
The Sculptor
078S.
Yeah, we got a new burr for it. Finally, an
From
espresso-focused burr that we all have been waiting for.
However, it's called the filter burr from Lebrew.
Funnily enough.
Funnily enough, it's the version 2. I have the version 1, which we tested in the previous episode, not the last one, 2 episodes before that. You can watch it here. Our conclusion was it's a good burr. For me, sometimes it was better in filter than the 078. Sometimes, really sometimes. For espresso, it was definitely better than the stock burr and more consistent. But now we have the new filter burr, which calls to be the sweet. Let's see if it's really sweet.
Profile.
And we tested with the Meticulous, so we're gonna speak about the taste from the Meticulous. Long story short, if you don't want to watch it forward, I love the burr. I love the Meticulous taste, but that's just my impression.
Yeah, so basically the situation is that all three of us now have the Sculptor.
Yeah.
And all three of us's issue has been with the original Sculptor. It's a bit all over the place. If you own a machine grinder like this, I think you know what we talk about. Basically, the 078S espresso burrs in the Sculptor are supposed to be good for both filter and espresso. My personal opinion is that it's not really great for either. For filter, I think it produces too much fines. It's a bit bitter in the end. And for espresso, my issue is that it's a bit the acidity presentation of the S burrs are a bit too much in your face.
It punches you in your face.
It's like comes out of the cup and punches you right in the nose. And
Battery acid.
We had the Lebrew brew burrs from Ryan at Lebrew.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. This was an improvement in the espresso regard. And now we have the Lab Suite profile Lebrew burrs, which are supposedly filter burrs as well. But we found that it produces much more fines than either of the other burrs. And it produces a brew with much more body, basically.
Yep.
But we can talk about what we did today, what coffees we brewed, how we brewed it, what we brewed it on, what profiles we used. I think
we used one. What was the DAC one? The Panettone, which is this one. This is Christmas special, and that's
it's a natural.
It's a natural one. So it's filter roast. We use it for both filter and espresso. Really good coffee. I loved it. And that was another one. It was from a Hungarian roaster, Casino Mocha, Simbi from Rwanda, which is a highly regarded washing station in Rwanda, and they produce really quality coffee from small farm holders. Really good one. And the third one is a Los Angeles, which is...
This is from Australia. This is a Colombian natural as well, also filter brew. And today we used. First, we started with the Meticulous's traditional lever profile, which is basically a 1 to 2.5 brew. We used the Graph
step down basket.
Yeah.
We both love, and we own the Graph basket, and we both love it. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like my grinder. With that profile,
which has the old
V1 filter burrs or brew burrs. I didn't like it. It was really narrow sweet spot. You have to grind really fine. It was bitter at the end. It was one-dimensional. It was not my my favorite. It was pretty clear.
Yeah.
So when I'm not gonna lie, when the brew was like gushing through it, like in 9 seconds, it produces really sweet, tasty, clean cup of coffee. But when you try to go towards something like a really traditional lever profile, it just didn't work.
It's just not for it. And I've been surprised because I'm known to have the original Lab Suite burrs that this Lebrew burr set is based on to be a sweet all around both filter and both espresso burr.
With a nice body.
Yeah.
And you had the 64 mils
I
before,
had it in
right?
64, so near
I had the
83
83
yeah,
mils
in the
and-
Mazar.
And since I sold my Mazar with 83 mil Sweet Lab burrs, something was missing from the sculpture. And I think we talked about that in the previous video, that
We all love the 83 sweets.
Yeah, we did.
exactly. And this new burr set is really creating something very good in the cup. It has a nice body and it's balanced.
It's very nice body.
It's my cup of tea for sure, cup of coffee, and I'm really surprised by it.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah, and there is a small tweak to it that my grinder is aligned. I know some of you don't believe in alignment. I do. Aligned to the finest. It's really well balanced. It has, I know it doesn't matter, touch to lock, it's like 20 or 30 microns, so it's pretty close. Yazon's,
Which had the sweet burrs
sweets,
in it.
he just put in
just
the
put it
burrs
in.
and just like, let's see how it brews. And on the same RPM, there is like 80 to 100 micron difference in the same, if you want to reach the same brew time and the same amount of fines between the two burrs. So it definitely shows that the new burr makes much more fines. But I don't know how, but it is more complex, more balanced throughout the whole shot. And it's much more forgiving when you try to brew soups. When you try to brew a traditional lever profile in the soup, I think the version 1 was pretty good. I have to say it was pretty good. I liked it.
It was very clean again.
It was very, very clean, distinct flavors, everything that you have to get from an Omni or filter burr. For me, it was good.
And you definitely got more than from the stock burrs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
more.
the stock burrs is awful for anything fast flow or filter, I think.
The only thing that I didn't like about it is like a peak in acidity at the end. So it was a lingering feeling, but the acidity was still in the middle of my tongue. With the new filter burrs, it was just rounded off and a long lingering feeling after the fact. That's how I felt about
Yeah, the soup shot was really eye-opening for me too. That's where you saw that how much more body these sweet burrs have. But somehow my experience with high fines burrs is that it just becomes this papery drying effect in the end. Somehow this doesn't have it. Somehow it has this very well balanced, very sweet, very velvety shot without the drying effect of high fines burrs. And it was really clear while having a good body. So I'm surprised that this is called a brew burr, because for me it is very clearly a
It's
multi-use burr.
all around.
Yeah. Christoph, how did you like the soup?
I really, well,
This is
was maybe
Christoph's
the
first soup.
Second time or first time for me to ever have a soup. So I was really surprised by how thick it could be, even though it's, of course, the ratio is
1 to 3.
1 to 3, not 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2 that I'm usually brewing at home. And it was really full of flavors. It was balanced, and it still had body that I did not expect that. I'm really enthusiastic about the burr set, and also by trying to make soups on my Rocket Air 58 as well, if I can, or my Mina.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking about changing my burr set to this new one. And if you are lucky, you will get a chance, because we are in discussion with Lebrew to give you some discount. So if it's gonna happen, you will see it under the description of the video.
I think to end this video, I think we can briefly talk about having brewed filter coffee with this burr set too, which
you did.
Supposedly this is designed for. We ground the coffee at 400 microns on the Sculptor. It was maybe a bit too coarse, but for me, while being very, very light, and you could tell that this is not a very high percentage extraction, it was still very balanced, very sweet, very good acidity, and no drying effect at all in the end, which the original multi-purpose burrs could definitely not do on filter. What did you think about the filter performance of the burrs?
Well, beside the little paper feeling that I still had, I guess it's rather from the filter than from the Burrs itself.
You mean the paper?
Yeah, the
filter paper.
Yeah, it was from the filter paper. I think it was a really nice filter, and to be honest, and I'm drinking some really nice Christmas coffees in the last weeks. I was surprised by how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as a conclusion, we can say that the new filter burr,
Highly
Lebrew,
recommended.
highly recommended.
Not many choices for in 78mm size at the moment, but I think this is my favorite.
What's the retail price of the Burrs?
$139.
Yeah, for that, I would say it's a bargain.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. And taste-wise, for me, the Meticulous, I mean, every brew was on the Meticulous except the filter ones, brings out more flavors than the Lelid Bianca. And while I haven't noticed any problems with these burrs on the Lelid Bianca or my filter burrs, the version 1, it's probably because of the amount of water that goes through it. So Lelid Bianca, when it's at max, it brings it like 6 milliliters per second, and it just doesn't gush through the puck. Here on the Meticulous, it hits the puck with like 20 milliliters.
It tops out at 15, I think. 15 mils. At least in Yep, I think that's the max.
Oh, so that's like 3 times more water. It just gushes through. It just doesn't hold the puck that much. So yeah, it was for me. It was a learning curve that the bird that I liked and I loved with this machine probably it's not the right combination.
Now you have the same feeling as what I had in the first video.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think both iterations a step forward.
absolutely.
From the Espers, the original ones, to the Lebrew, we thought that was a step in the right direction for espresso and definitely for filter too. And I think this makes this whole grinder make sense for me.
Yeah,
This Burrs set.
it's round, and I haven't tried the SSP one, but now after tasting this, I don't want to try the SSP one because I don't want those clear separations, and I don't want to use this grinder for a filter-only grinder. For that, I have the ZP6, so that's for me, it's good enough. So yeah, I'm as you can see, I'm thinking, and I'm probably I'm gonna change.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Great conclusion.
great
Thank you
conclusion.
for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, Ryan. See you in the next one.
Bye.